Okay, okay. Okay. So, I have my two emotional support drinks. Emotional support drinks. Ugh. The perspiration just like became actually a drink of its own. Um, but I have some more things to talk about on here this week. It seems like for my birthday week, I am at your service. I am here for you. And I'm actually happy to do that. Last year I gave things away for my birthday too. That was really cool. I like doing that shit. Like, honestly, sorry, I'm old. Um, I would love a world where, like in that, I always reference the Zorro world. I like to watch the same 10 movies. But in my favorite Zorro movie, like, this lady was just like, here's this scarf, and then oh girl's like, how much for it? And oh girl's like, it's free because I knew your mom. She was beautiful. And you just give beautiful things away to beautiful people because, like, you know, it's worth it to you, and that's just, you can live that life, you know? That's the fairy tale I'm trying to live in right now, you guys. But, came back here. I'm gonna just prep my face. Because I came back here because I felt like we needed to talk some more. And I guess that's cool. We can talk some more. But first, I needed to put some concealer on my face. Y'all, I honestly really don't know why. I drink these things. I feel like I'd be drinking plain water a lot. And I have my little fun drinks here and there. And they're usually just like. Anyways, I'm making excuses, but I'm having acne at 30 mother flipping 3. And it's so annoying sometimes. So, I'm gonna cover it up. And then, like, I guess because I don't want to feel bad about the fact that, like, I have acne, I just, like, decide, you know what, fuck this, my face is art, and that's why I do my makeup sometimes. So, now you know. Sometimes I do things because I don't want to feel bad about it. So, we'll just make it beautiful and fun and absurd and cool and wonderful, and yeah, that could be our life. Because, like, whatever. I don't have to hate this if I don't want to hate this. I can make this fun. Which is like a superpower and a curse sometimes. Oh my god. Because, like, man, when you can just alchemize because you're just that unserious about certain things that you can just be like, okay, this is really, like, what's the fucking worst that could happen? Like, or when you're just kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna make art out of it then, because, like, fuck this, you know? Like, this is so ridiculous, I'm gonna just make some art. Like, that's dumb. That's how I just, like, the absurdity of your life is just so insane. Or just, like, you know what I mean? It's just, like, it's acne. Are you kidding me? Like, ugh. That's so absurd to me. I feel like a lot of people don't still have acne. Like, if they do, I'm sorry. I feel like that's not fair. I feel like acne should be treated like, you know, a normal medical condition. Anyways. I'm back on my skin rant, I guess. This is the other side of this conversation, is now I'm like, okay, you know what? I should have regular acne treatments, because acne is like a virus and you should be able to treat it medically if you have it. And I feel like that's a basic human right. So, anyways, it's just ridiculous to me that I have acne, even though it's probably all my fault that I have the acne. And ain't that a human being, right? But sometimes I just want to make a bad thing pretty for a little while. So that's how I feel, and that's what we're doing, and that's kind of a good thing, and it's fun. And I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but for those of you who wear makeup regularly, like foundations and these setting powders and stuff like that, I have also noticed, though, that sometimes if I'm, like, wearing, like, concealer and powder regularly over, like, something like that, keeping my brushes, like, as clean as I can and stuff, you can, like, which, yeah, I need to wash my brushes, you can, like, carry the acne around, I think I heard, to other parts of your face if you don't keep them clean. And then, like, and also, what's the other thing? It had to do with, like, sometimes, though, like, my acne dries out faster when I use these things, so I don't, like, it's weird. Skin is weird. Having a skin suit is weird. I say as I pick my lip. Ugh. Maybe I'm just projecting all of my skin issues on you. Oh, man. Could be. Anyways. I'm here. I'm here for you. I didn't put away that previous reading yesterday. And I'm just now realizing that. I still have the reading from yesterday today, separated and not reshuffled or anything. So we're hanging out. I can't stay forever, so without further ado, for this 8-minute long intro, but you needed to hear that. You know, we're back. We're hanging out. It's okay. We're having a continued conversation. Excuse me. I think I just burped all up in this. My bad. Heaven and Hell Oracle. I think, just gonna give this a light shuffle. Okay. Pulling from the bottom of the deck, Mahasaya of Rectification. The demon side is Marbus, Unrestrained Living. And the number 5 could be significant. Spheres of Heaven Tarot. I feel like these two decks have like a kind of like a sibling relationship almost. Oh, that's too many. And yet, yeah, you have a lot here. You have a lot here. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, you have... Wow. Fuck's sake. Okay. Wow. Wow. These are heavy hitters. These are heavy hitters. This is cool. So, you have the Emperor. Plow. You have the High Priestess. Boom. And you have the Magician. Boom. And then you have Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Seven of Wands. So, let's get into it. Came right to it. Seraphim angels, highest order of angels, right off the bat. God the Savior. Psalms 34 verse 4, I sought the Lord and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. Wow. People born under Mahasiah learn all they desire with ease and have attractive faces and characters and are happy with honest pleasures. Mahasiah helps you live in peace with the entire world. What a blessing. Soul guardian of those born between 1:20 a.m. and 1:40 a.m. Moral guardian of those born on March 24, June 4, August 15, October 26, or January 6. Physical guardian of those born between April 9 and April 13. Marbus, the president demon on this flip side, it says the fifth spirit Marbus is a great president and appears at first in the form of a great lion before taking at the request of the master a human shape. He answers truly of things hidden or secret and causes diseases, but also cures them. He gives great wisdom and knowledge in mechanical arts and can change people into other shapes. He governs 36 legions of spirits. The servant of those born between April 9 and April 13. Attractive faces and attractive characters. 5 is a divine masculine number. Interestingly, the Emperor is here. 4 could be significant. 4, 2, and 1 can be significant. 3, 7, 11. Let's get into it. Stability reigns supreme. So we were talking about balancing out our energies, stabilizing, and what that may look like in the different nuances of things. The Emperor is a symbol of stability and is depicted seated on a throne from which he guides the universe by enforcing the rule of law. All creation is either in its proper order or shall be put to order. He may be an omnipotent being, but, much like the Empress, whose hard outer shell hides a softer core, the Emperor is willing to be receptive and playful, to bend the rules when needed. This is what makes him a good ruler and differentiates him from a tyrant. At the same time, we can rely on this stability. He is closely associated with the number 4, the most stable number across the tarot, both in the minor and major arcana. Stability. I see. No matter what chaos comes to pass, he has the power to be the axis at the center of things and bring soothing order when the world is disturbed, unhinged, and thrown into disarray. He can bring peace both to bodies and minds. As a symbol of stability, he is seated not on a throne but within the landscape of his kingdom. His body is cloaked with the fabric of his sites. Cities? Yeah, cities, my bad. And he holds and displays the scroll of his laws, which knit civilization together. A goat sits beside him, the symbol of Aries, the sign of leadership, expressiveness, and passion. The sun rises behind him, bringing the light of his rule and wisdom to his people. First of all, nice. If that's for you, like, which it seems like it is, yeah, that is you and it is for you, is what I'm hearing. We're going to go ahead and read the High Priestess next. The High Priestess, the gateway to the mind. The High Priestess has withdrawn from the world into a state of introspection, where nothing but the mind moves, often regarded as female, a daughter of the stars, an avatar of the moon gods and goddesses Hecate, Diana, Khonsu, Nanar, Sin, Isis, etc. Her three faces, inspired by those goddesses, refer to the three aspects of the mind: ego, superego, and id. The High Priestess has moved away from their body toward the mind and a deeper union. They are connecting to the Prakriti, the pre-cosmic substance from which everything that exists derives in Indian philosophy. In their hand is a book, emblazoned with the Hebrew letter Gimel, I love this part, which some assign to the moon. Unlike the magician who practices the tarot to divine the answers to his questions, the High Priestess already holds all knowledge in their hand, sitting at the crossroads of the universe. By traveling inward into the mind and ultimately the unseen roots of the cosmos itself, they can reunite matter with spirit, bringing peace where there is confusion. Bro. This is also you and what you're attracting. You are attracting your mirror. And that's why you have to be so fucking careful. You asked why you can't get away with shit. And it's because people need to see you as who you are. Not your baser version of yourself that you can do, but who you are. It's about your integrity. Jesus, you're attracting that. You're attracting your mirror. That's why you can't get away with shit, because why would you want to? Like, you're attracting the you that you feel in everyone, is what I'm hearing. Your literal mirror. You want your soul, like, you are into soulmates, is what I'm hearing. And that's the part of the love blessing you're having a hard time, like, sitting uncomfortably with. Like, the abundance, the money seems easy for you to believe in because there's a lot of confirmation probably in your star chart that, like, yeah, like, we're shooing for a victory here on this one, for the ancestors, for the culture, for the gram. Like, we're about to be that, because, like, it's fucking time for us to be, like, that's where we can do the most good. Like, you see that, but you're just like, the love though, like, I've, like, I don't know that I deserve all that. Like I'm very comfortable in some ways of this abundance talk. And the Magician, weaving the future. In some ways, the Magician is like the Fool. Both are androgynous figures stepping boldly into a new future with total confidence. The Magician, however, does not fall into his future. He makes it. Handling a wand above a table of mystical paraphernalia, his knowledgeable patter and roguish smirk tell us he does things on his own time, according to his own will. This is a mysterious task that bends reality. Note how the perspective of the altar before him does not match that of the figure himself. He works connected. We can look at it a little longer. He looks connected to the world of the unconscious, with one's conscious energies. The magician is committed to the now, and is a manifestation of all that is possible. A mercurial character, he is a messenger between the planes, helping us mold the future we see within. In the Marseille tradition, we see a trickster, while Waite Smith gave us a more sober, less cunning, Apollonic figure, most likely displaying Waite's own desire to become a priest-like magician. Nevertheless, this card encompasses a spectrum of magicians, from back alley conjurers to divine priests. The magician is unique in his own self-conscious. He knows the tarot. He is within it. He practices it. He even invented it. See? It's all you. Oh yeah. When I said Secrets of the Universe, boy, I was not trying to be dramatic. I didn't write this shit. We're reading from the manual. Like, I didn't write these things down. Like, you see me shuffling here. Like, it's dramatic because it's for you. In the front of him, we find all the elements of the tarot and their attributes. 1, to will. 2, to know. 3, to dare. 4, to be silent. And that is the wand, the cup, the sword, and the pentacle, respectively. Like, I have other tarot, and like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't really been doing readings for myself. I've just been doing readings for you guys. I don't touch these until I move to touch them for you guys. So they're just sitting and baking in your energy, and they have ways in which the divine always has ways in which it'll communicate with you. That needed to be said. Yeah. The Knight of Wands. Balanced action, back to balance. This well-versed veteran of the world has seen and experienced it all. Although they were once driven by fierce emotions and overwhelming events beyond their control, they have transformed those forces and are now their own master. Having tamed their passions, symbolized by their fiery steed, their skill and control are masterful, allowing them to focus those forces on goals of their own choosing. They are neither driven by internal whims nor held back by doubt or trepidation. Their intuition has been heightened, allowing them to choose wisely no matter the dilemma, neither rushing nor hesitating. Like, it's like confirmation of the magician for some reason. It feels like that. It's like right off the back as a magician. Like, you are everything that you think you are, and then some. And you have been wanting to be those things. You have worked hard to be those things just to turn back now. And that's just kind of like a keep going, keep growing, like, just all you have to do is keep going, keep growing. That's all you're supposed to be doing. And the cool part about that is, yeah, you're gonna, like, start freaking out and being a human and having doubts about things, and, like, it's fine. You can either utilize your time to work through the trauma of why that disconnect is there, because that's worth the time with, like, that's worth the time in anything, is to, like, okay, investigate, like, what changed and why did it change. Like, that's housekeeping with any relationship. But you are all that, and you can't get away with shit. Ugh. I don't know why I keep doing that. Ugh. Seven of Wands, Defiance. The Seven of Wands heralds new strife on your journey, so we're still anticipating some things. Unlike the Two or Five of Wands, which described internal struggles, this is a battle of the one against many, a single creative force struggling to rise above the tangle of six other shoots. This struggling force must fight against the established order, perhaps even the order of triumphs and achievements past, if it is to rise above them and ultimately best them. Nonetheless, the card's blossom bears a bright halo, signifying that forward progress is natural and a breakthrough is near. So, like, you're anticipating you might be in the midst of some shit, like, hold. Explosion of growth. Three of Wands depicts a trinity of staves over branches, three shoots flowering upward. This represents a vector of growth, pushing into the world, ultimately toward thriving, flourishing, decay, and death. These layers of symbolism reinforce the card's dominant principles. The number 3 for abundance and bursting growth, Wands for vital sexual energy, all coming together in the card's center. It does say sexual energy, so, like, and the romance, dumbass, is what I'm hearing. All coming together in the card's center, all stages in the cycle of life and represented growth, stability, and decay. As Jodorowsky said in The Way of the Tarot, it is the seed that violently opens its shell without knowing what plant it is going to become. You have no, like, you don't have any guarantee, and that's really fucking with you, huh? I'm sorry. Shadow of resistance. You're resisting the pull to let some justifications go. And that's part of the thing. That's part of the thing. I mean, we can talk about it, but, like, I guess, like, some of this self-love stuff is that, like, you're gonna find out you're not perfect time and time again. But you're also gonna find that you're not, like, some dreg of society either. Like, what you're doing with your life, what you're trying to do with your life is so radical, and it's so important to the divine that it has to happen that way. Radical. Like, you have given so much trust into the divine and to the plans. I don't know, babe, like, you've given a lot. Well, what could you be thinking about instead? Like, what are things that you could be thinking about that are not these doubts that, feel comfortable. Like, what can you make a ping pong game out of it, maybe? It's hard to talk and do my eyebrows. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that, but I actually, I'm over here being all philosophical with you guys about, embracing your abundance, and all that shit. And I'm over here sitting here just like, 1, 2, 3, 4, or some stupid shit, or just like, yeah, just keep going over that way, and over there, right over there, right over there. Like, I'm literally talking to myself. Like, to do my eyebrows. Because I don't have any. People who have eyebrows, they probably don't have to talk to themselves nearly as much as people who don't have eyebrows. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make this everyone else's problem. I know I be talking to myself. Anyways. I've been kind of lazy lately. When it comes to a few things in my life, I've been kind of like feeling really lazy. And I think it's just because, like, I can justify feeling lazy. Like, I am fucking going through some things. And it's, like, not all bad things, but it's just, like, when you're going through a lot of, like, different kinds of things at the same time, and it's just, like, maybe this will get stable, but, like, it feels like I feel like the next big thing is that it's gonna stabilize, and you're like, holy shit, like, but it's just like, it's a few different things, though. It's not just the one thing. Like, it's all fine. Like, nothing, things could be worse, they still can be, right? Like, some things going on in our lives, like, every breath is a gift. Like, for real. And you just never know when you're gonna get that call, like, my grandmother is progressing a lot with her dementia, and, like, every time I see her, she's just a little bit more and more, like, gone, in a way. And so then, like, I've allowed myself to be lazy in so many areas with her, where I wasn't taking the pictures and the videos and cherishing all of the voicemails, and so I started getting a bit more sentimental as I saw things progressing with her. And so I do now have some videos and some pictures, but, like, man, like, I kept justifying it for a really long time, in my grief, in my anger, in my suicidality. I'm, just making excuses as to why I never have my phone out and take a picture when, I'm doing something with someone, and I truly suck at it. I do, but I had to really face myself and be like, you know what, I did make excuses quite a number of times, and that's gonna stop. And so then you just redirect that energy, like, it could be literally that simple. Like, I can't let you come before my ancestors, is how I was doing it. And it could be something similar. It could be like, what the fuck, bitch, are you talking about? Like, I don't know, but I feel like if you're here, this is a continuation of the conversation about being ready for a storm. You are being prepared. You were brought here to fight. And And you still get pimples at 30? I don't know, like, and people are still people. You are still you, you know. All you know is that, you know, you have one foot in front of the other, and that's all that's really guaranteed, and that's a macabre way to see it, but it's like, you know, you're the one who chose to stay here, so what are you going to use those steps for? You know, and given that you apparently have all the secrets of the fucking universe, I didn't write this shit, but apparently that's you right now. You have all the secrets of the fucking universe. What are you going to do with it? Like, after all of that, you know, you said you wanted to do this, you asked for this shit. You asked to stay here and do this. Whatever it is. You know? The immortality card yesterday. I can't believe it. I never remember y'all's shit. I have not touched these since yesterday. Usually the new day is the new day. Like, I remember things, but, like, never readings. You can ask, well, I don't know if you ever would, but, like, if I ever did a reading for you, just understand, like, I don't remember the last time I did a reading for someone where I remembered between both readings unless it was really relevant for me to know. Otherwise, like, you have to give me the recap of what it meant for you for me to ever really know what my reading is saying to you. Like, I walk in with the confidence of just, like, you're on a need-to-know basis, and then you get some, like, stuff, and then you're just like, oh shit, like, okay, so now that you know that you can trust me, what seems to really be the problem here? Like, that's usually my position when I'm doing these cards. Like, it's, you know, we're having a chat after, because you have to believe in this stuff. You know? Like, you have to actually believe in this stuff. Point blank, period. You have to believe that it works in any way for you to be participating in this, like, in this co-creation process that you're in. Like, you have to be convinced of that. Like, you know it, and you have to be convinced of it, and it's just interesting, because it's, like, that's one of the big things that I'm getting, is, like, you have to step with the authority that, like, just because people are mad that they see the truth doesn't mean that you are doing anything wrong. Yeah, fair. You know, and if you need, you know, you have your support system that will check your ass. You do have a support system that will check you. That much I do know. If you're here, like, you have a total, and you've never seen me before, you have, like, you know, this is kind of like a bestie vibe. Like, we just call each other on our shit, okay? But we're also, like, reminding each other of our worth and our growth here. Like, we're trying to remember who we are and honor that. You can honor it in so many different ways. Honor the feist. Honor the stoicism and the wisdom, too. You know? Like, yeah, we can be on game and on bullshit. And also, like, we remember who we are, too. So, like, I don't have to do all that. Like, I actually get to do all this, and that's gonna piss you off already. And that's not up to you, you know? Shit. I don't know why, but it's feeling like sunburnt Spanish. Who knows? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be... Anyways, never mind. We're talking about you. Seriously, let's take a sip. Ugh. I had a bunch of makeup in there. Piercing problems. Anyway. It just sounds to me like you're in a situation where you're needing to remember some things. About yourself. And sometimes just remembering that thing about yourself is like just enough. And you don't have to like self-flagellate to be in balance. You just need to like, I think that's the word I'm thinking of. Let me find out, I have no idea. I like doing this on my computer because I can have access to my phone whenever I'm like, hold on, let me look this up. Flagellate. Wait, maybe I am ridiculous. Self-flagellate. Yeah, okay, no, yes. Self-flagellation is the religious or devotional practice of whipping oneself with instruments, such as a scourge, to inflict pain as a form of penance, spiritual discipline, or to share in the suffering of Jesus. Hold on a fucking minute. Wait. What the fuck is a scourge? What is a scourge? A person or thing that causes great suffering, misery, or widespread destruction. Oh, a multi-thong leather whip used for torture or to inflict extreme punishment. A whip? Jesus, don't do that. Why did I feel like I had to deep dive into, like, how it sounds when you're talking shit to yourself? That's crazy. Don't do that. That's too much. Like, stop beating yourself up over every little stupid thing you say. Like, please. Like, you know you're not. Like, it's okay to doubt, it's okay to doubt in the sense that, like, you keep yourself humble by recognizing the you within others, and you can say, like, yeah, like, I could go there too, and, like, fuck, if they keep fucking pressing me, I could really go there, like, fuck around, actually, like, you're playing too fucking much, and, like, you could go there, you could, like, have those feelings and all that, you could do that, and that's fine, and you can choose still to, like, move on, and then be like, okay, like, I don't have to be in this loop, like, if I don't want to be around you, like, the next step that I make is, like, you know, I don't respond like you because I'm not like you. That's why I keep myself distinctly separate from you in every way, including the way that I handle my stress or my angst or my frustration or my pain or my interpretation of a situation or whatever it is. Like, you fundamentally don't want to be associated with that, I can tell. You know what? Yeah, I can tell. That's cool. Let's do something fun. So, I don't feel like doing eyeliner. So we're just gonna go in with our mascaras. I just don't feel like it. Whoa. I actually really like this purple one, but I think it's dried out somehow. Like, I say that as the room fan is blowing, but, like, seriously, like, I feel like I really like the color of it, but it just doesn't quite pump up the lash the way that the black one does. So it's just, when I do this, I am purposely just going for, like, subtle drama when I do this, so I don't know. I like the sunburnt look. I don't know why. I just, like, you know what? I'm actually gonna say it, since we're being vulnerable here and I'm all up in your business about, having to remember to be accountable to yourself, but also, like, find the balance between that and just, like, total justification of shit that is not okay. And, like, yeah, you have the justification to do certain things and behave in certain ways, but, what you're trying to do is even bigger than you, so stay focused as much as you possibly can. I'm hearing and enjoy the ride. And enjoy the ride. That's what I heard. Enjoy the ride. Like, and it's interesting because I've just been, like, feeling like roller coaster energy lately. It's springtime, and, like, I would say, like, growing up, my association with spring always had something to do with, like, theme parks and, like, fun trips in theme parks. Like, I somehow grew up in a situation where I was not I was in this, like, weird situation where, like, I wasn't poor enough not to go to a Christian school, but I was poor enough that I somehow got to go to Christian school. I really don't know, because my mom, she was still paying my sister's child support. She was still, like, dealing with, like, marrying and divorcing my dad, and having, me between two places, and school, and her job, and, family stuff, and my grandma, and just, like, it's interesting. I'm, like, thinking about it, like, anyway, I'd be thinking about that kind of stuff. Trying to find the brush, so I'm trying to find the brush because I want to do one of these lipsticks. Lip palette, Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I just don't know which one I want, but I was looking for the brush because I can't do anything. Well, I could, but I would rather not without this brush. Let's see. I've been in a red mood. I've been seeing myself in red lipstick lately in my head, but I've been doing my makeup and haven't done it, so I think I will do a red. Hard to channel when you're just doing lipstick, but we're wrapping this up soon. We gotta have a finished look. Wow. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm in that kind of like, and it's like approaching summertime. It's bummer. So like, I want the blue undertone and I want the pink undertone. Or, sorry, the blue undertone and the yellow undertone. Oh my gosh. I fucked up my makeup. Luckily for me, I didn't make my makeup super non-committal, so I can move shit around as I please. Hi. And that's kind of our vibe right now, I guess. Like, this is gonna be me opening this up. Like, since yesterday for the first time. Well, I opened Gong Gong Syrah, and this one earlier I did Urzuli Dantor, Fire, Etheric Chords, I am worthy, compassionate, and whole, needing to speak more life over yourself. You're used to, like, vetting yourself a lot, which is how, this is kind of how people take advantage of other people. Like, if you are a self-editor, like, and you can just see how anyone would believe a certain thing about you, and if they just, if you just take a pause and have them get to know you better and have historical fucking proof, that, yeah, like, their life was hard, but, like, you don't have to take it out on you because it's not, that wasn't you, and you didn't do anything, like, you're feeling the justifiable stuff pretty hard, and so then you're just like, you know what, like, even though this isn't my bone to pick, because you will be provoked, and people will have deserved it, and sometimes you will be hearing fire, and you can trust that too. The people just need some people just need that. But you also know that you are holding on for beautiful things. So. But you're, there's a fight. And you're feeling, yeah. What isn't wholehearted love? Release it. Remember your worth. You're being asked to remember your worth in everything that you do. You are not the kind of person that goes around hurting people. You just want to live the life of your dreams. Ma'at, truth, justice, balance. Tafnut, tears, sorrow, rain, moisture. Great Ennead, great pout, giving power, moisture within air, generosity. You need to cry. I hope you were able to have your cry. If not, I welcome it. I've been kind of chilling, and earlier I took a bath, and I was just sweating. Because I had the bath water on, like, the highest temperature, and it just opened up my pores, and I was just like, oh, I finally need to sweat. And, like, I think that probably helps my skin to kind of clear up, is to just kind of, like, do things or occasionally sweat where I'm, like, kind of opening up my pores and letting a lot of things come, release, tomb, stagnant energy, entombed, trapped. There is just kind of like a mentality that needs to break. I don't know if it is just, once you break free of that ability to justify whatever it is you feel like you feel justified in doing, like, you now have to just show up that way. And sometimes that is people getting pissed off at you. That is sometimes people wanting to, like, come after you. Like, that is in its own way its invitation. But, like, you came here to fight. So, like, you'll get your fight. And sometimes it'll be, like, little tiny scourge, like a little, like, side quest, you know, situation. Sometimes, yeah, it could be pretty fucking catastrophic, and you know, you came here to fight. You're doing your job. Oh, 5544. Let's look up that as we look at immortality. 5544. Angel number 5544 indicates that hard work, focus, and strategic changes are required to create stability and success, as highlighted on Instagram and Pinterest. This message encourages adapting to life cycles, embracing transformation, and dedicating effort toward building a secure, fulfilled future. So for some of you, this is a reminder that you were given an ability to do, and you are being asked to connect. I say that, like, at the direction of my husband, who's on the other side of the door taking a whole shower, and I just, like, immediately was like, to connect. So this could be like, this is a romance! Try to sneak it in me. I know I'm a romantic girly. But to connect. To open yourself up to the kind of empire that builds with the shared foundational elements that you've worked really hard for, you know, like, despite everything, you worked hard for that shit, and you're gonna keep working hard for that shit, and humans make fucking mistakes, but you work on that shit, and so it's like, you need to put effort into that now, because you know that you're capable of putting effort in. That's why you're mad about how much effort you put into another place. And, excuse me, it needs to be called out. In certain spaces, like, that kind of behavior and experience needs to be called out. And sometimes, like, it does it to itself. If you stay focused on love and accept the love you are literally attracting. Isn't that what I said? You're attracting your mirror. Did I say that? People born under Mahasaya learn all they desire with ease, more attractive faces and characters, and are happy with honest pleasures. Mahasaya helps you live in peace with the entire world. Because you see it in you. You're fighting off things that, you know, maybe are attracted to you, that are, you know. He gives this Marvis demon gives wisdom and knowledge and mechanical arts, and can change people into other shapes. So this is just like, I'm gathering, like, you know, probably just the way people talk, manufacture a version of you to justify whatever it is that you're holding back from responding to, is what I'm hearing. So you are being, and then, like I said, like, number 5, we're talking about the Emperor, Magician, and High Priestess, like, what a powerful person you are. And yeah, there's gonna be some shit, like, people hate seeing that shit for other people. Like, and that's pretty much, yeah. 4 represents the need for a strong foundation, diligence, and focus to overcome challenges. I'm actually gonna look up, I wanna see, I looked up the Hebrew concordance number of 5544, and that corresponds to the word Cylon or Salon, which means a prickle or a thorn. You had a lot of wands, so that makes sense. It is used in the Old Testament to describe sharp, annoying vegetation, briars or thorns, and serves as a metaphor for enemies or painful opposition, notably in Ezekiel 2:6 and 28:24. Briar, thorn, pickle. It's so funny. Like this, I need to. Okay, look, I'm gonna post. I need to post the Munajat of Jami somewhere. They talk about that, like, let our thoughts be a rose and not a thorn used to be consumed in the fire for light, but like, let our thoughts be a rose, a bloom, a piece of God, a gift, a gift that is like everlasting because it's a part of the divine. And like the flower, the rose, even when it dies, it, if the earth is well kept, the rose will come back as a gift and will continue to keep coming. That's how flowers happen. And so I was working with flowers today, so like there's a lot here, but if we keep talking, we can keep talking. Otherwise, like, you're good. I don't know. I really love the sunburnt look on the cheeks. Because it looks like an apple. And I like apple cheeks. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be good. You were literally supposed to do this work that you are manifesting for yourself. You were literally supposed to do this. So let's do this. I'm really proud of you. I hope you took care of yourself today. Like I said, I took myself a bath. Ooh, it's reminding me I have to go. I'm glad I set a timer. But yeah, I had a nice day. I took really good care of myself today. I've just been in a weird fucking funk. And it's my birthday week. And it's like, it's such a weird feeling because, like, when you battle the kind of, like, shit that makes you not want to be here anymore, it is, like, radical where I am today. Like, what I'm doing with my life today is just radical for me. Like, I'm just taking care of myself. And, like, my mom couldn't really explain it to me, but, like, that is just the voice of my ancestors. Like, it doesn't matter that you're going through things. I'm not saying that you can't be mad about it, but it's like, we went through this shit and we still looked good, felt good, took care of ourselves. I'm not gonna, and it's like, that's literally healthy, right? But like, when it's ancestral, it feels like I finally found my root system. So like, what I'm doing right now is really radical for me. And so like, this prayer talks about like either having your thoughts be a thorn or be a rose. I think about like, eventually, yeah, I would like to never think about like what could possibly go wrong ever again. And that's simply because my brain just over fries at the thought that like, people just out here taking advantage of other people, and they don't want to just be like a flourishing community and take care of each other and take care of the environment. Like, there's literally just like so many good reasons why like our world is what it is today, or, you know, why there's so much trauma to unravel and unpack and contend and heal from. And so I say all that to say, like, you know, I had a beautiful day. I've been in a funk about brain stuff. I've been in my own kind of like, I've been telling my bestie it's the River Styx moment, which, yes, I'm looking at the time still because that is who I'm going to be talking to. Is to my twin flame bestie. About this very type of thing where we're manifesting and we're in one accord about things, and it's just, you know, and also just like the varying degrees of just connectivity the divine has with each individual. It's just so freaking bonkers. So I say all that to say, like, you're gonna have your thorny thoughts, and they'll be justified thorny thoughts, but let your thoughts be a rose. Dare to think in, like, dare to think about it in terms of, like, what could possibly go right. I think I've said this to you before. If you haven't heard it from me before. What could possibly go right? What would you wish for your best friend? How would you talk to your best friend? And I am about to talk to my best friend. And I have multiple best friends, and so, like, just poly everything. Polyfriendurous, polyamorous, like, polyjamorous. I'm always in my pajamas. Plural. I love pajamas. It's just, they're comfortable. I'm proud of us. Keep going. I'll see you later, okay? Bye.